Hello guys, I'm here to show you how to set up an Postgresql replication with the master slave and the failover with Repmgr and a Pgbouncer server for connection pooling. So here we are, we have the three server for Postgresql, the one master and two slave and one Pgbouncer for connection pooling as I said before. You can have any server you want and there's no limit on this config. Okay, let's start. First of all, we need to install the Postgresql repository on or CentOS. As you can see, I'm using the CentOS 7. It's done. After that, we need to install the packages and that contain the Postgre contrib server on Repmgr. Okay, all servers are the packages installed on the servers. So here we are. After these steps, we just need to do this on the masters. So don't do this on the other service slaves, just the master. So on term of the broadcast groups. So let's start. First of all, we need to initialize our DB, the PostgreDB. Uh, but don't forget to export the USR bin path to your main path, so you can use without the full path from the bin directory. And for the parametry apply changes, you can symlink the files to your local bin file. Okay, the initialize DB just on the master. Data directory is nothing PT. Okay, just remove the data directory while live square 9 and date. Just remove it and initialize the DB. Let's see what we have. The directory. Okay, we need to config our postgre.conf and pghp. Nothing else, just in the master. What we need to change some item, just the listen address. We put that the star, that mean the globally access from the local or the public IP. And moving down, what we need to change is the val level. We're gonna put that to hot standby. And don't forget to turn on the val log hints. It's useful, believe me, in the future. With my experience, I have it's useful to recovering the losing data or whatever you're gonna have in the future. Okay, we're gonna turn on the archive mode, and archive command would be the being through, just fake command. The max wall sender, I'm gonna set that to 10, and as you can see, the hot standby should be turned on. Okay, we're done here. The postgre.conf. What's next is the pghp. That means what service can authorize to the can connect to our Postgres server, or how to authorize that. Okay, let's copy that so we don't have to. Okay, what we have is the Repmgr user can access the replication with the servers P1, P2, and P3. As you can see, access the host name on each servers, so we can see or access that easily. And the next step is the Repmgr can access to the Repmgr table is trusted from the P3, the host name, the P3, P2 or P1 servers. And the next step, next line is saying us uh, how the production uh, DB can access, your production user can access to our data. In here we're gonna say that the user test can access to the test DB through the Pgbouncer server with MD5 authorization. Okay. Yes, and we save that. We just need to start our Postgresql service. Okay, sorry. Postgresql service. Yeah, after starting, all we need is the creating and repmgr configure file on all the Postgre servers. So I'm just creating that on the EPC, the repmgr.conf. What we have in this file is telling the repmgr how to manage the failover, how to manage the connection info or the node name. We're gonna saying to repmgr what this server is. So we're gonna, for example, we're saying the cluster name, cluster one. We're gonna say the failover is automatic. The promote command is a custom command. We're gonna type to this in the next steps. The follow command, the node is node 1, the node name is P2, and the connection info is the P1, I'll say P2. In the next, Pgbinder is helping us to don't in our commands or in our promote command to don't include the full paths of your local bean path. And as I said before, I'm using the CentOS 7 for my operation system. So I'm just saying to repmgr how to restart a stop and start my Postgres service. And we configured that on each node. Okay, this seems good. This one should be 3, the node 3, and the host name should be 3. We save all the files. After this step, all we need on the master server, we just need to create some user for managing the Pgbouncer and the Repmgr. We're going to the Postgres through the Postgres user. What we have, we need to is creating a Repmgr user, the Repmgr DB, and giving the access that to Repmgr user. You can do this with the SQL commands or the Postgresql commands, and that included in your the USRPSQL bean. But I'm totally agree with this. Like that. So we just going to the PSQL and running this command. What we have here is creating a real calling manager with the manager password with the super user access. This user gonna manage our Pgbouncer jobs or configs or whatever. We're gonna do that in failover. What we gonna in the next command is gonna say the creating user test with user password is gonna be our production user. The next we're gonna create our production database, and in the end we're going the user test have access to the user DB. Okay, granted, and we exit. After this step, all we need is registering this node as a master node in Repmgr. As you can see, it's a master node correctly registered for cluster 1. As I said before, it can be anything with ID 1. Connection info is we said that before, as you can see in our etc repmgr.conf. Okay, exiting. We're done with the master node. All we need is cloning the full data from the master node to the slave nodes. So we're going down. All we need is running this command. This gonna clone the full data from the P1 or master node to the directory that's it's called the Postgresql directory. Okay, let's what's gonna happen to this. Let's see, our directory is empty. It's not, so we're gonna remove that. Okay, we're going running this command with the Postgresql. Okay, it's been, it looked like it's take a bit of time. Okay, as you can see, it's saying Atal is using the pgbase backup command that usually using to cloning the master node to the slaves. And as you can see, it's saying you can start the Postgresql servers, and after starting the server, you need to register at the standby server. Simple command. So let's see what we have in our okay. As you can see, we have anything in here. So full data is cloned to the slave server, but one file is included too, the recovery.conf file. Let's check out what is that. As you can see, it's saying how to replicate the data for us. As you can see that it's the provide the host, the P1 is a master, application name, this application name is P2, and the host name is P2. The port or user or whatever for the or replication process is needed is included automatically in our recovery.conf file. Okay, let's start the our service. What we have in here is a master node and a slave node is up and totally working. I'm gonna verify that after the cloning in this master. Okay, the all files. Sorry, I'm just forget to register that to a slave in Repmgr. As you can see, the standby node registered to for cluster 1 with ID 2. We set that in the etc repmgr.conf. In here, the data is cloned full, so we just need to start Postgresql 2016. Save that. This. After this, we just need to register that this server as a standby server. A standby node currently registered for cluster 1 with ID 3. If we check the repmgr.conf etc path, we see the ID is 3, host name is P3. So we set that true. Okay, so let's verify what we've done in here. So I'm going to PSQL user repmgr and the repmgr table with hostname p3, going to this and selecting the data from the repmgr that under cluster or cluster one and the nodes. Let's see what we have in here. So I put that here. Okay, as you can see, it's saying the P1 is a master node with this connection info. It's active, yes, and the two servers, standby server with the hostname P2 and P3 as active. So in these steps, we just configured the or the Postgresql servers with replication and Repmgr. What we leave in here is the repmgrd command. After this step, we need the process to check the master node for a failover, and if the master node is going down, the repmgr decide what standby can be the master. So this command, as you can see there, for verifying, repmgrd just need to run in the slaves, because we don't need to check the master. If we run this command and the master, it's a loop happen, so it's just check himself, so it's useless. So we run this command, so we just need to go to the Postgre. Okay, I'm just forget to creating and repmgr folder. So let's see, where am I? So I'm going to creating and repmgr. Sorry. Folder. Okay, what we need is running the repmgr command. Okay, it's done. Let's see, it's really up or what. Okay, it looks like it's not running. The problem is as if we check the repmgr log file, you can see it can find the repmgr.pid that we set that in it is to repmgr.conf. What we need is we can set that like this as mptl. Okay, it's permission denied. Done. Okay, so let's start it again and check. I hope it's work. Okay, let's first of all give access to Postgres. Okay, the problem is that it can't find the value, the PID file, and I can't access to it. So we're just creating that for running the repmgr. Run repmgrd.pid. I'm going to access Postgres. to run repmgr.pid. After these steps, we going to Postgres user and running the command. Okay, I hope it's work. Sorry. Okay, as you can see, it's running without the problem, and if we check the repmgr log file, you can see it's running and using the repmgr.com as we said that before. After that, we need to set that on the other slave too. Okay. Yes, I see. As you can see, it's running here. What missed in the other section is, or let's show you what we missed repmgr.com. The promote command. The promote command is telling repmgr how to promote after a failing the master, how to promote a slave to master. Because we're using the Pgbouncer for connection pooling, the Pgbouncer can't point the connections to the multiple server. It can be just point the connection to the master server. So if the master going to down or a service stop, the Pgbouncer can't understand the service down and pointing the connection through the down server. So in here we create a custom the bash command, the bash shell codes to saying repmgr to changing the pointing Pgbouncer master on the Pgbouncer config file. I hope, sorry for my bad English, I hope I explained fine. Okay, so let's create that. Done that. So let's see what's the name. The promote bash should be something like this. Let's see in here, so we can. Okay, the Pgbouncer host in here. You can have any Pgbouncer server you want. You can set that host names in here. But we have one in this tutorial. We had one Pgbouncer server that call it PGB1. The Pgbouncer database INI. Because we need to change the master node on the failover on the Pgbouncer files, which I'm just extract the database config files from the main Pgbouncer.ini config file. So we can easily change this file on the failover or promote command. The Pgbouncer database is a testdb that is our production database. The Pgbouncer port is 6432. The Repmgr DB is Repmgr user, and the cluster schema is Repmgr and cluster 1. The PG password is our manager password. So as I said before, the manager user is gonna manage our Pgbouncer admin stuff like stopping or restarting or reconfiguring or anything less. And here we're going to say pause
any Pgbouncer server. As you can see, it's using the manager user and the manager password with the Pgbouncer table. And after this pausing the Pgbouncer servers, it's gonna promote the one standby. The Repmgr is decide how which standby server should be the master after the failover. Recovering Pgbouncer instance is creating the temp database.ini file, and in here it select the master node is seeing which server or which node is the master, and after this it's gonna echo that to the it's gonna echo in the temp database.ini that we're gonna replace with the main Pgbouncer config file. So after selecting or choosing or echoing which server is the master, it's gonna replace the file in the every host, every Pgbouncer server. After and in the end, with the manager, it's gonna reload and resume the Pgbouncer servers. And in the end, it's clean up the generated file. So what we have in here is a promote command. It decided the which standby server should be master, and stopping all the bouncer database and changing the master node on the bouncers config files, and resume the all process stuff. Okay, let's config or bouncer Pgbouncer server for pointing all stuff on this. But before we're gonna save that promote command, let's give it access to the. Don't forget to give it to access. Postgresql. Okay, what we have in here is a Pgbouncer server. Just simple yum install command. It's gonna install the Pgbouncer for us. Okay, Pgbouncer are installed. What we just need to do is the configuring the Pgbouncer that included the etc Pgbouncer. Okay, what we have in here is a Pgbouncer.ini. But what if we set in our promote command? Let's see what we have in promote command. If you see the promote command, the Pgbouncer databases is included in here. So we need to create an Pgbouncer.database.ini, and setting or databases and access types or authorization types in here. In here we're gonna say Pgbouncer, what databases can be accessed through the Pgbouncer, how it can handling the authorization or whatever we have. Okay, so we're gonna add this, and here we're gonna say the testdb, the master node is the p1, and the db name is testdb. We're gonna save that, and the main pgbouncer.com. The databases in here, because we split that in the other file, we don't need this section anymore. So as you can see in here, the database, we just included that in. So include that anywhere. Let's doesn't matter. So we include as saying that it can be read from the Pgbouncer, the database.ini. So after that we're saying where is the PID file and log file for the Pgbouncer here. The listen address should be star for the local and the public IP. So anything else? Yes. The authorization type should be MD5. We don't want anyone access to our database or data with the password, so it's gonna be MD5. After that, authorization file is a file that contain. I'm just set that on the user list file. It's that contain the or users that can be connected to the database. So we just said that before. I'm just showing how to generate an MD5 password here. So I'm saying using the MD5, and also authorization file should be here. Sorry. Okay. After, if we continue, we're gonna see the admin users is the manager, and the state users the manager. The admin users is as I said before is a user to the managing the Pgbouncer. It's a user, and it's a user that can be saved essayed stuff like how many connection we have in the Pgbouncer or anything types. The pool mode better to be in the transaction session. I think this is the default. Yes, straight off. Nothing else that need change. Just need to add the users list file on our Pgbouncer. What's that exactly? User list. How we can get the MD5 commands? Just simple that simply we can run with this command, the MD5 command. I hope I had that. Okay, as you can see, we're gonna say the user, the manager, the password, the manager password, and the MD5 can be this, or test user test for our production. So we're setting that. Okay, the Pgbouncer's config is run. We just need to start our Pgbouncer service. As you can see, the service is run. It's running. So okay, we're done here. As you can see, we have a master node with two slave nodes for replication with Repmgr. If a master node is going to done, one of the standby servers is going to off, and the Pgbouncer is pointing to the new master. For example, the P2 is a new master with our custom promote command. So we're done here. Thank you for watching the video. Good luck.